Hi everyone and welcome to Studio de Sol. My name is Lina and today's video is going to be another episode about polymer clay. Today I want to show you how I decorated this mug using embroidery technique and created the real embroidery pattern. So let's get started. If you want to support me and my channel, don't forget to hit the red button, like this video, leave a comment down below, and let's keep going. Recently, I already made a video about embroidery technique, and there I was decorating the necklace. You can check out this video right here. For today's project, I decided to decorate a mug and to try to imitate the real embroidery. For that, I'm going to be using either cloth to transfer the texture to the clay, and then using the extruder I'm gonna create the threads and we're gonna apply them to the mug. And here's all the materials that I'm gonna be using today. It's gonna be polymer clay in a color white, red, and yellow. Also the extruder and the nozzle with the tiniest holes. And what I'm doing first is conditioning the white clay, running it through pasta machine, and then make it into the sheet. After I made this into the sheet, I'm applying the Eda cloth on top and going over with the rolling pin to transfer the texture. After that, using the paper stencil, I'm cutting out the rectangular shape. After that, I'm applying that shape on the mug, making sure it's all stuck. Then using the red clay, I'm again conditioned it and applying it to the extruder, and I got those threads. And now it's the hardest part. You need to start applying those little crosses on top of the textured layer of the white clay. And first I start applying one by one those little crosses. I end up changing that because it's not the most convenient way. And I ended up making a few stripes going down and then crossing them with another set of stripes. Like I'm doing it right here, I put one long stripe of the clay and now I'm just adding little ones to imitate those crosses. Also here I'm trying to fit into those little squares that we transferred with the cloth. Here, as you can see, I removed the first pattern that I made, and now I'm applying diagonally the layers. First I'm going in one direction, and then the next layer that's gonna go on top gonna go to the opposite direction. And then in between where they're supposed to be crosses, I'm just pushing them a little bit down to create the embroidery cross. This is how my mug looks so far. The process takes a lot of patience, so if you're gonna copy that, be ready, because the crosses are tiny, so it requires a lot of attention to the details. Since this was my experiment, I spent a lot of time. I spent almost all day making that pattern. After the red, I decided to add a little bit of yellow, and again I ran the clay through the extruder, and now I'm applying the little crosses. You know what else I thought in the end? That it would be easier if I applied the entire pattern on a table and then just carefully took it off and applied it on a mug, because I would see the whole picture clearly and my pattern would be symmetrical, because on a mug you get confused by the shape and you think it's symmetrical but it's not. So this is where I screwed up a little bit, but for the next project, you know, I'll for sure know. Okay, I added all of the yellows. Here's how my mug looks like. And as I said, because the pattern is not symmetrical and I didn't want it to be that obvious, I decided to make it into sort of like a cloth that like around the mug. So I'm removing the design and adding it some volume to create like little waves and little wrinkles, like it's a piece of fabric. And in the end, I just adding the edges to the cloth, and I also added the texture. And to cover up the stem between the embroidery part and the edges, I'm just going over with the awl and creating like a little stitches. And then I'm going over again with my pattern, see if everything looks nice, and I'm sending my piece to bake for 30 to 40 minutes. here's my final result. I decided not to glue that decor to the mug because I'm not that happy with the result. I know it looks okay for the first time. I was kind of like practicing on that one, and I just want to save the mug and do the nicer pattern for the next video probably. Let me know in the comments below if you want another tutorial. And this is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share with me in the comments below if you like this tutorial, if you think that this real embroidery has the future for the pattern making, for example. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and we see each other in the next one.